It's time for a team update here in NHL 24. It's officially June, which means I have moved on from my main team. I have gotten rid of majority of the players, and I have created an all Detroit Red Wings team. This is something I do every single year. If you guys didn't know, I'm a little bit of a Detroit Red Wings fan, right? Like, I go to a lot of games, I watch every game, I've been a fan for about 27 years now. And being able to play with some of my favorite players of all time always makes the game more fun. Now, the team's not perfect right now. Obviously, there's going to be some work done. I'd say, like, in a month, we'll do another team update, and there'll be a lot of changes, so on and so forth, throughout the rest of the year. But for now, sit back and relax as we get into my team update here in NHL 24, featuring all Detroit Red Wings. Side note, it could be past, present, or future, like prospects or anything. As long as they played a game or were under contract at some point for the Red Wings, it counts. Starting it off, we have one of the greatest of all time. He's been on the team since November 29th. We're talking about Gordie Howe at 98 overall. One more upgrade for him to be pretty much 99 everything, and I'm excited for that upgrade. If you look here at 96 overall, he had 94 speed and excel. 2 upgrades later, he goes up to 99 acceleration with the synergy and 97 speed, making him one of the better right-handed cards in the entire game, in my opinion. 99 shot, 99 hands, 99 checking, 99 defense. This card is awesome. My number 1 center is Steve Yzerman. That's right, Stevie Y, who is on the 4th line for a bit here. I decided to get rid of the MSP. With the most recent upgrade, his icon definitely surpassed the MSP, so I decided to trade in the MSP to get the icon, and I think it's definitely worth it. On my main team, like when I had my full lineup, he was on the 4th line, didn't really get any ice time, so now that he's on the 1st, we'll see what he's able to do. 96 speed and excel with synergies. I'm excited to see what he can do. My favorite player of all time. And my number 1 right winger is Dylan Larkin. The MSP, I didn't go after the X Factor. I'm not going to bother. I think this card, oh, do not do that. I think this card is good enough as it is, right? 99 speed and excel, 99 agility. Now, he has speed boost on. He doesn't need it, but it's active for other players, right? So if I were to get, like, shooting boost on or accelerator, even to help his endurance, I'd be very happy with that. The one thing I don't like about this card is that his face-offs only go to 98 and not 99, but other than that, perfect card, my favorite player in the league. Line 1 is known as my captain's line. Gordie Howe, Stevie Y, and Dylan Larkin, all captains of the Detroit Red Wings. Line number 2, we have Brett Hull. I decided to make his Stanley Cup card. Of course, he did play for the Wings. Won the Stanley Cup with them back in 2002. 99 shot, 99 hands. He's got decent defense and checking, and he's decently fast. So, Brett Hull right here. I was a big fan growing up. My number 2 center is Keith Primo. Now, if you guys didn't know, right above my signed Anthony Mantha jersey is a signed Keith Primo jersey Brian got me a couple years ago. If you don't know who Brian is, he's my main mod on Twitch. I figured I should throw that out there, too. And Primo always has an amazing card. You can see his stats for me since May 3rd. In 79 games, he had 118 points. 6'5" forward, not the fastest skater, but everything else is great on him. And the winger on this line is Mike Modano. I got very lucky and got Modano out of the team builder pack he got for doing objectives, so I ended up getting a Red Wing, and his card is awesome, even at 90 overall. That's the thing with cards this year, right? It says 90 overall, but looking at the stats, and if you go through everything, he's actually closer to like a 93 overall, and then you get synergies on him, and he's closer to like a 95 overall. So, don't ever pay attention to the number in the top left of the card, because it's not accurate. This line here with Hull, Primo, and Modano is my Legends from Other Teams line. They played in Detroit for a little bit, but they are not known for being a Red Wing. Either way, they're all Wings at some point. Moving on to line number 3, my favorite line. We started off with 94 overall Darren McCarty. Now, the one thing I do not like about this card, it's not his stats, it's not his abilities, it's the fact that they didn't give him grinding forward as a synergy. I love Darren McCarty, one of my favorite players growing up, and I don't really know how they didn't give him the grinding synergy considering, well, my second line center is Chris Draper, and he's got the grinding forward synergy, right? And he's got pretty good stats. He's been on the team since January 24th. He's always been on the lower end of my team, right? 3rd line or 4th line center, but he always gets the job done. Amazing card. And the winger is Kurt Maltby, who also has the grinding forward synergy, 96 acceleration, 94 speed. It's my grind line, right? Like, I have the grind line together, and I'm very happy. Side note, I know it's Joey Kosher who should be on the grind line, but then McCarty filled in for him years later. It's a long story. But how are we going to have the grind line together, and I can't have them all with grinding forward on? It's kind of infuriating. So, EA, help me out and drop a new McCarty with grinding forward, will ya? It's the grind line, McCarty, Draper, Maltby, and Kosher. And on to line number 4, we have that Lucas Raymond I ended up pulling. Very happy to have this card. 94 excel, 92 speed, pretty good shot, hands, whatever. I would love to have the 99, obviously, but I just can't afford it. My 4th line center is actually not a center at all. It's Brendan Shanahan. I have him, and I'm going to use him, but I need a center. So I'm not quite sure you know what to do here. I love Brendan Shanahan. He's 94 overall. Great looking card, great stats, but doesn't quite fit. I mean, I would rather have him than Raymond probably, but it's Lucas Raymond. Tough decisions to make. I'm going to need a center at some point because I can't have a center on my team with 86 draws. I guess what I could do is put Madonna down there and then move Shanahan up or something, but then I don't have my lines together the way I want, so I don't know. And last but not least is going to be Marian Hossa, the free card you got from the Style Icons event. Great card. He's been here since February 15th. He's fast, got a good shot, good hands. What more can you ask for a fourth liner? This is the one line that doesn't really have a theme. It's here, and it gets the job done. But yeah, it doesn't really have a theme. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know. And that is my forward group for my all Red Wings team. Let me know down below what you think. And if you have any suggestions on who I should pick up, it's going to be tough for me, right? I don't have any coins on this account. My No Money Spent team has millions, so I kind of wish I could reverse that, but it is what it is. Hopefully we see some more Red Wings MSPs in the future, and I can just build them and make it easier on myself. Starting off the defense, we have Chris Chelios. He's the All-Star MSP, 94 acceleration, 92 speed. I may end up just going with his icon at some point, but for now we have him at 92. Solid card. He was on the team for a bit there. We did take him off, but I kept his card after building him because I knew I was going to do this team. And playing next to him is my favorite defenseman in the game. He's been on the team since October 3rd, 96 overall, Nicklas Lidstrom. Over 900 games played, and he only gets better and better. In fact, he has a new upgrade. The problem with the new upgrade is somehow it's not a speed boost upgrade. I don't know how it's not, but I gotta get him upgraded. You know, can I do it now? I can do it now. Look at that. Perfect. So now we have 97 Lidstrom. The only problem is that wasn't a speed boost. So my second line D pair starts with Larry Murphy, one of my favorite D-men of all time. He now works for the Red Wings as like a commentator and an analyst and whatnot, and I love the guy. He's so nice. I've met him a couple times at Little Caesars Arena, and he's just a great guy. And next to him is Paul Coffey. Now, I absolutely love Paul Coffey as well. My signed Paul Coffey jersey here, love the guy. And what's funny about Murphy and Coffey is that they're actually Pittsburgh Penguins legends in the game, right? Like they have Dynamic Duo or whatever they're called, icon cards. But yeah, they're wings for me. And looking at their stats, like look at Murphy's stats at 96 overall. This is a disgusting card. He's very underrated, and of course, Paul Coffey, definitely more known for the offense, but he's not going to be running people over. Still love his card. I just seen that Murphy needs an upgrade too. Did I miss something? I could have swore I've already done all these. I don't have 4 collectibles for Murph right now. I only have 2. What I'll do is I'll play Hot Rush, get that 88 overall player, and trade him in. Problem solved. There's my upgrade. So he'll actually be a 97, but again, no speed boost and not much else is going up here. So that's a really disappointing upgrade. Last but not least, we have the brand new, I say brand new, it's been out for a couple weeks now, but the Montreal Canadiens version of Jeff Petrie. You get for trading in Diamond Collectibles at 6'3", 97 acceleration, 95 speed. Pretty good shot, hands, defense, like everything on this card is actually really solid. I'm excited to play more with him. He's always been a third line D pair for me. He hasn't seen a lot of ice time, but I'll probably swap him in and out with like Chelios and whatnot and go back and forth with all the players just to see who I like. And his D partner is Brad Park. This is the free one we got from Rush a few weeks ago. I do need like a Moritz Seider or a Simon Edvinsson or something like that here. However, I just don't have the coin for it. So Brad Park stays here for now. He'll be gone soon enough. For goaltenders, we have Sebastian Cossa, the 6'6" goalie, 85 overall. Don't pay attention to the stats or the record. It's obviously broken. That's not real. But he has been pretty solid for me. I'm not going to lie. I love using Cossa. He's my goalie on this account and my No Money Spent team. And last but not least, my favorite goalie of all time, Dominik Hasek. I just have his MSP as opposed to making his icon. But here he is. We have the future of the Detroit Red Wings in net and my favorite goalie of the past of the Detroit Red Wings in net. For synergies, we have Accelerator Boost, Defensive Defenseman, Checking Boost, Speed Boost, Grinding Forward. Yes, Eisman has Grinding Forward, but Darren McCarty does not. Two-way forward and two-way defenseman. And in terms of abilities, Dylan Larkin's got Elite Edges, Born Leader, and Wheels. I don't think Wheels is really that effective this year, but I'm going to try it out. He is replacing like Connor McDavid on my first line in that, so going to need that speed. Nick Lidstrom has Quick Pick, Elite Edges, and Shutdown. Primo with Born Leader, Snipe, and Elite Edges. Chelios with Shutdown, No Contest, and Quick Pick. Gordie Howe has Close Quarters and No Contest. Mike Modano has Elite Edges and Snipe. Iserman with Born Leader and No Contest. Petrie with Ice Pack and Elite Edges. Shanahan has Elite Edges. Hossa with Snipe and No Contest. Brad Park with Elite Edges. McCarty with Snipe. Maltby with No Contest. Paul Coffey with Stick 'em Up. And Draper with No Contest. Last but not least, we have Magnetic on Brett Hull, and that is it in terms of abilities on the team. If you run into me in Rivals or Champs, this is the team I'm likely going to be using, unless we're on Old Gen, because on Old Gen I'll be using my No Money Spent team still. And hopefully EA releases some new sets where I can trade in you know, like my McKinnon, and get collectibles more than just what we get for 91 overall, right? Give me a 92 and a 93 set or something at this point. As it is, I've already traded in the Team of the Season Bedard and the Team of the Season Makar. So, like, I have Bouchard, I have McDavid, I have Kucherov and McKinnon and all these guys here. And it's time for them to get traded in. Side note, we also have Richards and Panik. They both play for the Detroit Red Wings, so that I could put on the team. And there's that Elmer Soderblom that came out yesterday that you can get by doing objectives. I think he's an 86 overall. Really good card, though, at 6'8". A lot of options here on the team and different things that I can do here. There's Ted Lindsay sitting in here, and this guy didn't play for the Wings. There's a couple collectibles for you. In the end, it's June, and it's time to have some fun playing with my All Wings team. I love you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in a month from now, where we do another update, and hopefully the team is much better than it is. Give me a Moritz Seider MSP, and I'm jumping for joy. Anyways, y'all, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow with another video.